Stewart McLean's sudden and tragic death has left the entertainment world stunned, and what started as a missing persons case has now turned into one of the most disturbing celebrity investigations of the year. The Virgin River actor, known for quietly building a respected career in television over the years, is now believed by investigators to have been the victim of homicide, and the details surrounding the case continue growing darker with every new update coming out of Canada. The heartbreaking story began in British Columbia, where Stewart McLean was last reportedly seen on May 15, 2026 at his residence in Lions Bay, a small scenic village located north of Vancouver. Friends and people close to the actor became alarmed when they could no longer reach him. Days passed without any communication, and concern quickly intensified. By May 18th, authorities officially received a missing persons report, launching what initially appeared to be a standard search effort for the 45-year-old actor. At first, fans were hopeful. Missing celebrity cases sometimes ends with a person being found safe after disconnecting from family or taking time away from public life. But almost immediately, investigators began noticing troubling signs that suggested something was very wrong. Authorities from the Squamish Royal Canadian Mounted Police reportedly uncovered evidence during the investigation that caused serious concern for Stewart McLean's safety. While police have still not publicly revealed exactly what evidence they found, the situation escalated rapidly behind the scenes. Then came the update that changed everything. On May 20th, Canada's Integrated Homicide Investigation Team, widely known as IHIT, officially took over the case. That decision alone instantly signaled that investigators believed foul play may have been involved. Within hours, headlines exploded across entertainment media and social platforms, with fans of Virgin River and other television series desperately searching for updates. Suddenly, this was no longer simply a missing actor story. It had become a potential murder investigation. Authorities later confirmed what many had feared. Stewart McLean was now believed to be the victim of homicide. The announcement sent shockwaves across Hollywood and Canada's entertainment industry. For many viewers, Stewart McLean may not have been an A-list celebrity constantly dominating tabloid headlines, but he was a familiar face in television, respected by coworkers and appreciated by audiences who recognized him from shows like Virgin River, Arrow, The Irrational, Happy Face, and Murder in a Small Town. Some viewers also knew him by his professional name, Stu McLean, which appeared in several acting and producing credits throughout his career. Then came the devastating discovery that shattered any remaining hope. Authorities confirmed that human remains discovered in Lions Bay area had officially been identified as Stewart McLean. Police have not publicly disclosed where exactly the remains were found or the condition in which they were discovered, but investigators stated that forensic teams and homicide specialists are now working closely together to determine precisely what happened during the actor's final days. For fans following the case online, the shift from missing actor to homicide victim happened incredibly fast, making the entire situation feel even more disturbing. One day, social media users were sharing missing person posts, hoping Stewart would be found alive. The next, entertainment outlets around the world were reporting that the actor's remains had been recovered, and investigators believed he had been murdered. Canadian authorities have remained cautious about releasing too many details publicly, likely because the investigation is still active. Officials say detectives are analyzing surveillance footage, interviewing witnesses, reviewing digital evidence, and attempting to establish a complete timeline of Stewart McLean's movements before his disappearance. Investigators are reportedly trying to determine who the actor may have interacted with during the days leading up to May 15th. Police have also stated that they currently believe this was an isolated incident, though they have not explained what led them to that conclusion. No arrests have been announced, no suspects have been publicly identified, and investigators have not confirmed any possible motive. That silence has only fueled public curiosity and concern. Fans online have been reacting with disbelief, confusion, and heartbreak. Many viewers of Virgin River admitted they immediately recognized Stewart McLean once news outlets shared photos from his acting appearances. Social media quickly filled with comments from shocked fans calling the case terrifying, heartbreaking, and absolutely tragic. Others expressed frustration over how little information has been released so far, while some urged people to avoid spreading rumors until investigators officially confirm more details. What has made the case especially emotional is the way people who worked with Stewart McLean have described him since his death. His talent agency released a deeply emotional statement, remembering him as a dedicated professional who was funny, hard-working, and kind to everyone around him. One tribute described him as a truly great guy, a phrase that quickly spread across social media as fans and colleagues shared memories about the actor. Several people in the Canadian entertainment industry also began posting personal tributes online, describing Stuart as someone who quietly worked hard for years without creating controversy or drama. Unlike some celebrities constantly surrounded by scandals, Stewart McLean appeared to maintain a relatively private and low-profile life outside of acting. That has made the circumstances surrounding his death feel even more shocking to many people following the story. As more viewers began revisiting his previous television appearances, fans noticed how many successful productions Stewart McLean had been quietly part of throughout his career. In addition to Virgin River, where he recently appeared in a bar scene role, he had built a long list of television credits over the years. He also reportedly worked behind the scenes as a producer on projects including Travelers and Beyond, showing that his career extended beyond acting alone. The mystery surrounding his final days has now become the central focus of the investigation. Authorities say Stewart McLean was last seen at his Lions Bay residence on May 15th, but what happened after that remains unclear. Did he leave voluntarily? Did someone visit him? Was he targeted? Investigators have not answered those questions publicly, but according to reports, homicide detectives are now carefully reconstructing his final known movements hour by hour. The fact that investigators moved so quickly to classify the case as a homicide suggests they may have discovered evidence pointing strongly toward foul play. Criminal investigators typically avoid using the word homicide unless they believe there are clear indicators that a death was caused intentionally or under suspicious circumstances. That single announcement completely changed the tone of the case. And because the details remain limited, speculation online has exploded. Some social media users have questioned whether Stewart McLean may have known the person responsible. Others have wondered whether investigators are withholding information to protect the integrity of the case. True crime communities quickly began discussing the timeline and analyzing every public statement released by authorities. But investigators are urging the public not to jump to conclusions while the investigation continues. The Integrated Homicide Investigation Team has stated that they are following multiple leads and continue collecting evidence. Officials are also encouraging anyone with information regarding Stewart McLean's disappearance or death to contact investigators immediately. Meanwhile, fans continue mourning the actor's tragic loss. Many viewers have said the story feels especially unsettling because Stewart McLean represented the type of working actor audiences often grow attached to over time. He may not have been the face on every magazine cover, but viewers recognized him. They remembered his appearances. They associated him with some of their favorite television series. And now, instead of celebrating future projects, fans are watching a homicide investigation unfold in real time. Entertainment media across North America have continued heavily covering the story as updates emerge. Headlines describing the actor's disappearance, the homicide investigation, and the discovery of his remains have dominated celebrity news cycles. The case has also sparked conversations about safety, mental health, isolation, and the hidden struggles people may face behind closed doors, even within the entertainment industry. At the same time, investigators are working under intense public attention. Cases involving actors and public figures often create enormous pressure for authorities because public interest can quickly spiral into speculation, misinformation, and online rumors. That is likely one reason police have remained careful about exactly what information they release. Still, every small update continues making headlines. One detail that deeply affected fans was learning how recently Stewart McLean had still been actively working. Unlike some actors who quietly disappear from the industry years before tragedy strikes, Stewart had continued appearing in television productions, meaning audiences had seen him on screen not long ago. That realization made the news feel even more sudden and heartbreaking. Some fans have also revisited scenes from Virgin River after hearing about his death, saying it now feels surreal watching him on screen, knowing investigators are trying to solve a homicide connected to his final days. And the mystery continues growing. How did a respected actor suddenly vanish from his home in Lions Bay? What evidence convinced investigators that this was homicide? Who was the last person to see Stewart McLean alive? Was this random, or was he specifically targeted? Those are the questions now dominating online discussions as authorities continue their investigation. The BC Coroner Service and forensic identification teams are reportedly assisting homicide detectives as they work to determine the exact circumstances surrounding Stewart McLean's death. Officials have not yet publicly released the official cause of death, and until that information becomes public, many major questions remain unanswered. What is already clear, however, is that Stewart McLean's death has left a painful impact on people who knew him and audiences who watched his work over the years. The tributes pouring in online continue describing him as talented, kind, funny, and deeply respected by coworkers. One heartbreaking aspect of the case is how quickly everything changed. Just days ago, family, friends, and fans were sharing missing person notices, hoping Stewart would be located safely. Now, those same people are mourning his death while investigators search for whoever may be responsible. And until authorities officially announce arrests or release more evidence, the mystery surrounding Stewart McLean's death will continue hanging over the entertainment industry. For now, investigators say they remain committed to uncovering the truth, finding answers, and bringing justice to Stewart McLean and the people who loved him. The coming days could bring major developments as forensic evidence is analyzed and detectives continue building the case. But at this moment, one reality remains painfully clear. A respected actor, known for making audiences smile on screen, is now at the center of a tragic homicide investigation that has shocked fans around the world. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.